To our beloved school director, founder, and president, Dr. Edna Torrio Gonzalez, our director of curriculum supervision and innovation, Maria Edna Soledad Gonzalez Blancaflor, our school principal, Dr. Bernadette Carpio Latorre, our school supervisor and coordinator, Rebecca Rojo de Sena, our primary school coordinator, Juvie Manipon Bangkulita, our middle school coordinator, Joanne Malikdan Carpio, our junior high school coordinator, Christopher V. Sugi, administrators and members of the faculty and staff, parents, grandparents, guests, friends, and our recipients of today's awards. A pleasant day to all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this day marks another extraordinary milestone in our lives, especially in the lives of our excellent pupils. As we deal and cope with the new normal, our excellence is unstoppable and it should be celebrated. With the theme, Ednas Rise Up, Overcoming Global Challenges with Remarkable Courage and Resiliency, exemplifies the underlying essence of being an Ednasian. The Ednasian spirit, I am, therefore I can learn, continues to burn brightly.
Today, more than a celebration, is a great time to reflect on and give thanks for all the great things that happened this school year. Through the school's enhanced reach, remote Ednas education in a collaborative home powered by grit, growth, mindset, resilience, innovation, technology program, our learners embraced change, improved performance, and were able to reach their full potential. With these, putting gratitude in their school life is a first step in achieving many of their hopes, their goals, and their dreams for their family, community, and for our country. To quote Cesar Chavez, we cannot seek achievement for ourselves and forget about progress and prosperity for our community. Our ambitions must be broad enough to include the aspirations and needs of others, for their sake and for our own.
Please join us for the invocation as we acknowledge God's presence in all our stories and offer our gratitude for His countless blessings and guidance. This will be followed immediately by the Philippine National Anthem. Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord and in the spirit of patriotism.
Many nights we've prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. The hope is real, it's hard to cure. Who knows what miracles
ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, Ednas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa dagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magtitingin, luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Our Director of Curriculum Supervision and Innovation, Maria Ednas Soledad Gonzalez Blancaflor, will deliver her inspirational message.
In the midst of a divisive and heart-wrenching political campaign and elections, the Ednas group of schools carried on its daily classes and activities. Days were filled with synchronous and asynchronous lessons, written and oral exams, project-based learning exhibitions, co- and extracurricular projects, virtual student learning conferences, and many more enriching pursuits. Before we knew it, summer and the rains arrived. And just like the change in season, a change in government is soon to commence. I learned from my mother, Edna Torrio Gonzalez, founder of the Ednas School, that the only permanent thing in this world is change. This change is not a kind of mere substitution of one thing for another, or an act of instance of making or becoming different, or an alteration or modification. It is the kind of change that innovates, converts, and transforms. It is a change of attitude, emotion, or viewpoint. It is that movement and process from one of indifference, disbelief, or antagonism to one of acceptance, faith, or enthusiastic support. It is one that leads to a transformation in character, form, or function. In a deeper sense, it is even one that heals, cleanses, and purifies. The Ednas School has gone through more than 55 years of tremendous change. Dr. Edna Torrio Gonzalez has grown an institution from a small class of 35 to 3 innovative, progressive, and transformative campuses. She poured her heart, sweat, and blood into planting, pruning, and shaping her school. She and the Ednas School have weathered beautiful fair skies and howling storms. There were kind days and more harsh, heartbreaking, even brutal seasons. As Mom would always say, all my life I burned my midnight candle, and the experiences I've gained came with great humility. This is a lesson the current school leadership, faculty, and staff take to heart. The Ednas School is Edna's love. It is her rose. Dear graduates and honorees, to be significant in this world, it is how much time and effort one invests in caring for what is important that holds true. In your case, these are your studies, your interests and desires, your hopes and dreams, your friendships and bondings, your loves. It is a time you spent and will spend on things, both material and non material, interior and exterior, seen and unseen, both revealed and still unrevealed, that will define your growth and transformation, your change. These are the roses of your life. And just like the fox and the little prince who said, it is only with the heart that one can see rightly what is essential is invisible to the eye. Our eyes can be quite remarkable in their ability to recognize things where they should be. However, using only our eyes to keep up with all the happenings around us can be quite overwhelming, just like the events in school, in our family, in our community, and in our country. Only the heart can see clearly, because the eyes can miss what is important, what is essential. Dedicating your life to something makes that something important. Just like the little prince, dedicating his time to his rose makes his rose important, and in turn transforms his life to becoming more significant. And sometimes, if not most times, people forget this. And so the fox continued, but you mustn't forget it. You are responsible for what you have tamed. We are forever responsible for what we have tamed, what we have loved, our roses in life. And so, as our country and nation face new transitions, so does the Ednas group of schools. Despite the pandemic, Ednas was conferred top awards in academics and pre-accreditation. In March of this year, the Ednas School Dagupan received the Math Achievement Award by Scholastic for winning the top award in the 2022 Prime Mathematics Olympiad and was one of the top 5 scorers out of 16 participating schools nationwide. And in May 2022, out of 12 participating finalists from all over the country, the Ednas School Dagupan was one of the 3 outstanding Bawat Paaralan Edukampiyon BPE Pioneer Awardees, while the Ednas School Alaminos was one of the finalists. The BPE Continuum is a whole school approach to ensure that every child in each school is a Filipino whole learner, healthy, safe, engaged, supported, challenged, and values-oriented. It aims to cultivate a whole Filipino of this nation and of the world. Our duty and responsibility remain steadfast, and with courage and faith, continue to thrive in the process and journey of change and transformation. Like life and love, a rose can overcome difficulty and eventually find inner harmony, union, and true joy. Its growth and bloom change depending on the way it is planted, grafted, and pruned. And from one season to another, a rose's color may change too, from a blushing to a rainbow into a sunny knockout rose. And so will the Ednas group of schools remain as a rose of Edna, and all of its pupils, students, and alumni, all of you are Edna's roses. The Ednas School will forever be responsible for what it has loved. With this, my prayer for you is that you seek and find God, love, and serve Him in all things. Be that rose He created. Be roses for each other. Only then will the heart of Edna live on.
Huwag kang mabahala, ikaw ay mahalaga, hindi kita pababayaan. Haan ka nga sa balid ay to'y tipat-pat siyam nga sikati pili kinaldaw. Igalaman ko akang kaya, alaman ko ang hindi, nalaman ko ang kaministiran para makasirbi. Maintras mi kaayatan, maintras mi gagma, sanag ang magadaag. At hindi ko may papangako ang kulay rosas na mundo para sa'yo, at hindi ko may ilawan ang lahat ng anino. Pero sisikapin ko at hindi ako magpapahinga hanggat hindi mo pa magawang muling ipagmalaki na ika'y isang Pilipino. Ayaw kahadin kay kauban sa pakigbisog, magkuyog ta upukaw sa nasud. Balukeying agyuko, balukeying ali, balukeying mirapat para mikapagsilbi, hanggang ating mayap, hanggang ating pamaglugod, hing sa lalaging manyambut. At hindi ko may papangako ang kulay rosas na mundo para sa'yo, at hindi ko may ilawan ang lahat ng anino. Pero sisikapin ko at hindi ako magpapahinga hanggat hindi mo pa magawang muling ipagmalaki na ika'y isang Pilipino. Sa puso miya'y labay na pag Pilipinon makpal, tanon alagay lamet. Pilipinon maksil so panagtalindag, antam so dugatan antoy twa. Samahan mo ako. At hindi ko may papangako ang kulay rosas na mundo para sa'yo, at hindi ko may ilawan ang lahat ng anino. Pero sisikapin ko at hindi ako magpapahinga hanggat hindi mo pa magawang muling ipagmalaki na ika'y isang matatag at matapang at mabuti at mapagmahal na Pilipino. Pilipino, Pilipino.
The pandemic proved no hindrance for Ednas School in clinching the top spot as one of the 3 winning schools in the recently concluded Bawat Paaralan Edu Kampiyon BPE Continuum Congress 2022, which was virtually hosted by Rex Edu Kampiyon team held last May 20, 2022. Let's listen to our school coordinator and supervisor as she elaborates the Bawat Paaralan Edu Kampiyon of Rex Education.
The Bawat Paaralan Edu Kampiyon Continuum is a whole school approach to ensure that every child in every school is a Filipino whole learner, healthy, safe, engaged, supported, challenged, and values-oriented. The BPE Continuum was developed by Rex Education in partnership with Dr. Jerome T. Buenviaje, Dean of the UP College of Education, and Dr. Joel C. Javillar, also of the UP College of Education. Rex Education Chief Executive Officer Don Timothy Buhayin said that it is no longer enough that our children are in school. They should also be healthy and safe. It is no longer enough that they are taught. They should be engaged, supported, and challenged. It is no longer enough that we go about our traditional fair share of work. We need to consciously champion education. At every stage of development, the program was also enriched and reviewed by an esteemed panel of educators. Dr. Dina Ocampo of the UP College of Education, Rita Atienza of the Ateneo Science and Art of Learning and Teaching Institute, Dr. Filomena Dayagbil of the Cebu Normal University, and Dr. Edison Fermin of the National Teachers College. The BPE Continuum main document is a matrix of benchmarks along 7 domains: school culture and climate, leadership and responsibility, curriculum and assessment, teaching and learning, learning environment, professional development, and school, family, and community. These domains correspond to the areas of improvement identified by the Department of Education. It also ensures that every school is committed to the task of molding students in a good learning environment, promoting learner-centered education, and upholding the global standards required in the 21st century. While the BPE is not an accreditation system, it prepares and equips a school for any type of accreditation. Also, according to Sir Buhain, BPE is not about sanctions and rewards like other accreditation. What should drive a school to implement the BPE is the desire to improve itself and to maximize its capacities for the benefit of its students. It is with pride and honor to present to you the audio-visual presentation of Ednas School Dagupan's journey as BPE Outstanding Pioneer Awardee 2022 and Ednas School Alaminos as one of the 12 finalists.
Ednas School Dagupan's Reach and Grit program fortifies its curriculum, assessment, and instruction to meet the demands of online distance learning. One of the most impactful ways to verify if our school policies and programs are aligned with the whole child tenets is by joining the Bawat Paaralan Edu Kampiyon Continuum. It is the core principle, which is learner-centeredness, that prompted us to join and be a part of its advocacy. We came up with the 6 facets because we feel the need to reassess and calibrate our existing programs and policies. The internal stakeholders are the seasoned teachers, while external stakeholders are those who are committed to undertake the journey. A virtual orientation on the BPE Continuum Implementation Kit, which contains the individual commitment form, was planned and presented, followed by a series of virtual sessions to accomplish the Bawat Paaralan Edu Kampiyon timetable and school assessment tool for improvement, or SAT. Each facet formed a chat room for communication. We utilized the BPE SATI to conduct an actual assessment to complete the school evaluation. Based on the 7 components and indicators, Each team deliberately and critically rates the given facet. To ensure the accuracy of each year's rating, each indicator provides documents that validate our assessment, whether it's directly relevant to the learner or at the school level. The results of the BPE SATI show that we should focus on the healthy facet in this time of pandemic to achieve the goal of championing each child. The scoring was tedious as more evidence should be gathered. Meetings are also occasionally postponed due to low participation. All 6 assessment teams have been merged into one action group and designed an intervention that addressed the objectives, time-bound for testing, economical, and sustainable. We decided to amplify and restructure the homeroom program in collaboration with the guidance program.
Hi, I'm Dawn. In our homeroom class, we are taught how to strengthen our values, how to be kind and respectful, and maintain a healthy body image by washing your hands thoroughly, taking vitamins daily, and eating healthy foods, especially in this time of pandemic.
It incorporates mental health education to support the well-being of our learners. The homeroom program follows a thematic approach such as digital citizenship, socio-emotional learning, and gamified activities. Other interventions are incorporated in co-curricular activities such as attending webinars on topical subjects for our students, instructors, and staff, spearheaded by the agencies our school is affiliated. The conduct of recollections, pep weeks, pamaskong handog, and club meetings is intensified to edify their physical, mental, and spiritual aspects, social and moral obligations. The sports club initiated e-games for health break to our learners. Moreover, to keep our community abreast of the school's events, we continue the publication of our e-paper, The Breakthrough and The Torch. Roadblocks along the way are inevitable in ODL modality. Time management, negotiation, flexibility, and teamwork helped us to make it through. The reflections, feedbacks, and the result of our learners' academic performances indicated that the intervention really worked. We were able to deliver our best practices and revive the organization of clubs. Values such as negotiation, empathy, leadership, and other soft skills were highlighted. Joining the BPEC implementation is not a race to accomplish. It is a journey to take. We were able to take a step back and think on how we practice self-care and mindfulness. The BPE SI tool, PAYAC SSIP tool are both designed for the school's improvement and the learners. The 7 components of the BPE SI tool covers the holistic development of a child. BPACT has helped our school acknowledge its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Teachers must attend professional conferences and continue to learn about children and teaching. The central figure of BPE Continuum. We should never cease to challenge our learners to develop their maximum potential, which is possible through BPEC. Finally, to quote Dennis Waitley, the greatest achievements are those that benefit others. Thank you, and to God be all the glory.
Ednas School Alaminos is one of the pioneers of the REX Bawat Paaralan Edu Kampiyon. As part of it, REX Bookstore Incorporated invites our school to produce audiovisual documentation of its experience in implementing the Bawat Paaralan Edu Kampiyon continuum. Moreover, completing the profile teams per facet is a challenge. It took us roughly, more or less, a month to complete it together with the form collection. Ednas School Alaminos shares the same vision as BPE, which is to ensure the holistic development of every Filipino learner. To uphold this vision into reality, we went through BPE orientation, whereas different terms and the implementation processes were discussed. We came up with a timetable based on the presentation of Dr. Jerome Buenviaje and Dr. Joel Havinyar. The logistics team initiated a meeting regarding the explanation of SATI forms on how to be accomplished and to be answered by the stakeholders. We had a month to fill in the said form. And to address the questions regarding the SATI forms, a breakout session per facet was held.
We use the BPE School Assessment Tool for Improvement to evaluate the practices we've been integrating and identify the areas we need to improve and focus on. Based on the consolidated SATI results, we considered focusing on the lowest component core in Tier 1.
Based on the SATI results, we conceptualized trans-faceted programs. For the supported facet, we conducted a virtual leadership training to educate the students on the importance of being a leader during the pandemic and how to be a great example for the whole community. Healthy Facet aims to look for the best practices that will help the learners to grow physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually healthy. With this, Ednas School Alumnus partakes in the Teen Bulilit program, a program initiated by the Philippine Medical Association. This aims to educate the young about health-related issues through having virtual sessions. Adapted from the SATI, we also collected data to check on the effectiveness of our programs or projects per facet.
We actually needed to plan carefully and make sure that everything needed for the program were all prepared properly. The Teen Bulilit program definitely taught me several ways on how I could take care of myself, which I can later on use in certain situations that may occur in the future.
The BPE Continuum improved the interactions and offered collaborative learning experiences to our stakeholders, putting our contexts in a more practical sense, translating our pre-pandemic practices into online instructions, enhancing sensory experiences, and providing hybrid learning modalities that we didn't offer before. We also have opportunities to pinpoint specific program facets that need more focus and provide an avenue for the right intervention. Equipped with the trans-faceted BPE Continuum, we can now have a shot to a better normal.
BPE determined the areas, practices, projects, and activities that we need to maintain and improve. This program gave us a chance to look back and evaluate on the things we do in order to assess them.
BPE has been an integral part when it comes to cultivating the skills of not only the students but also the teacher. The challenge facet aims to help the students be engaged and be immersed when it comes to learning about having their own initiative and self-direction.
The BPE initiative allowed Ednas School Alumnus to see things in a new light. Because we strive for excellence, we are able to look more deeply at the implications of what we are doing and seek to enhance them to better serve the needs of our Ednasian community. We would like to thank Rex Education for allowing Ednas School Alumnus to participate in this worthwhile experience. Rest assured that we will continue to unlearn and relearn things for the foreseeable future.
We proceed to the presentation of certificates to the pupils who made it to the director's list and recipients of Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of grades 1 to 5 of Ednas School San Carlos, school year 2021 to 2022. At this time of pandemic, the Ednas group of schools has adopted a no-ranking grading system. To qualify for our director's list, pupils from grades 1 to 5 must obtain a grade of not lower than A or 93 in any subject, and a character development grade not lower than B+.
The Scholastic Prime English program presents the Student Achievement Awards to pupils who achieve the Star Reader Award, highest Lexile score, and highest Lexile growth in reading comprehension.
Let us now proceed to the conferral of certificates to our deserving pupils of grades 1 to 5 for the school year 2021 to 2022. The announcement of awardees is in alphabetical order by their respective advisors.
We have the honor to present to you the pupils who made it to the director's list and recipients of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 1, school year 2021-2022. Director's list: highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Emmanuel Zafar Ernesto Balolong E. Arce, son of the Honorable Vice Mayor Walter D. Balolong, an alumnus of Ednas School San Carlos Batch 2007, and Dr. Angela Rica Arce Balolong. Director's list: highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Alfonso Nicolas Estabilio E. Blanco, son of Dr. Odison M. Stabilio and Dr. Isaac Rizan Blanco Stabilio. Director's list: recipient of Scholastic Star Reader Award, highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Francesca Rain Fernandez E. Valerio, daughter of Mr. Romel D.G. Fernandez and Mrs. Maria Mirna Valerio Fernandez. Director's list: highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Grade 1 Representative Art Club, Joff Mendoza E. Rocacorba, son of Dr. Abonjo C. Mendoza and Dr. Jane Rocacorba Mendoza. Director's list: highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Isabel Kyra Olania E. Aquino, daughter of Mr. Francis Arthur T. Olania and attorney Kathy Aquino Olania, an alumna of Ednas School San Carlos Grade School, Batch 1996. Director's list: highly proficient in English and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Siegfried Herbie Pintes E. Posadas, son of Engineer Royal Joy A. Pintes and Dr. Charmaine Posadas Pintes, an alumna of Ednas School San Carlos, Batch 2005. Director's list: highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Jaden Yuan Rosario E. Flor, son of Engineer Jackson F. Rosario and Mrs. Jessamine Flor Rosario. Recipient of Scholastic Highest Lexile Score and Scholastic Highest Lexile Growth Award, highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Gian Zenobia Hernandez E. Acosta, daughter of Engineer Gian Carlos C. Hernandez, an alumnus of Ednas School San Carlos Batch 1996, and Ms. Vanessa Macaraeg Acosta. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the pupils who made it to the director's list and recipients of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 1, school year 2021-2022. Congratulations!
We have the honor to present to you the pupils who made it to the Directors List and recipients of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 2, School Year 2021-2022. Directors List: highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Maria Luella Chanel Andales E. Pobre, daughter of Police Staff Sergeant Louis G. Andales and Mrs. Maria Sheila Pobre Andales. Directors List: highly proficient in Math and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Sofia Iris Aquino E. Bernardo, daughter of Engineer Rexy Aquino and Mrs. Michelle Bernardo Aquino. Directors List: highly proficient in English and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Marga Gail Bacani E. Serralde, daughter of Engineer Melvin S. Bacani and Mrs. Catherine Serralde Bacani. Directors List: Samuel Liam Ballesteros E. Quison, son of Mr. Ron Ian T. Ballesteros and Mrs. Leia Ann Quison Ballesteros. Directors List: highly proficient in English and Math, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Dave Genuel Bonganciso E. Jimenez, son of Mr. Guillermo L. Bonganciso and Mrs. Jennifer Jimenez Bonganciso. Directors List: John Achilles Calicdan E. Corpuz, son of Mr. John Marvin A. Calicdan and Mrs. Shala Corpuz Calicdan. Directors List: highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Gian Irvin Campusano E. Liquanan, son of Mr. Gary M. Campusano and Mrs. Elizabeth Liquanan Campusano. Directors List: recipient of the Star Reader Award, highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Juliana Braille de la Cruz E. Macaraeg, daughter of Mr. Joel L. de la Cruz and Mrs. Daphne Grace Macaraeg de la Cruz. Directors List: recipient of Scholastic Highest Lexile Score Award, highly proficient in English and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Grade 2 Representative, The Arts Club. Frank Arkin Chino Dizon E. Tikman, son of architect Franklin C. Dizon and Mrs. Maricel Tikman Dizon. Directors List: recipient of Scholastic Highest Lexile Growth Award, highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Cathalea Keith Fernandez E. Valerio, daughter of Mr. Romel D.G. Fernandez and Mrs. Maria Mirna Valerio Fernandez. Directors List: highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Arian Isabel Lumibao E. Padlan, daughter of Mr. Ryan R. Lumibao and Mrs. Angie Rose Padlan Lumibao. Directors List: Jedan Levi Mendoza E. Macam, son of Mr. Andres C. Mendoza, an alumnus of Ednas School San Carlos Batch 2007,
and Mrs. Laika Grace Macam Mendoza. Directors List: highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Eunice Chantal Reyes E. Castro, daughter of Mr. Christopher D. Reyes and Mrs. Eva Castro Reyes. Directors List: highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Jacob Velasquez E. Soratos, son of Mr. J. Claudius C. Velasquez, an alumnus of Ednas School San Carlos Grade School, Batch 1997, and Engineer Jovelyn Soratos Velasquez. Directors List: highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Jaden Velasquez E. Soratos, son of Mr. J. Claudius C. Velasquez, an alumnus of Ednas School San Carlos Grade School, Batch 1997, and Engineer Jovelyn Soratos Velasquez. Directors List: highly proficient in English, Math, and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Nathania Jarvia Vinluan E. Ripalda, daughter of Engineer Jomar V. Vinluan and Mrs. Aiza Ripalda Vinluan. Directors List: Rickshan Meyer Vinluan E. Soriano, daughter of Mr. Patrick M. Vinluan and Mrs. Melody Soriano Vinluan. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the pupils who made it to the Directors List and recipients of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 2, School Year 2021-2022. Congratulations!
We have the honor to present to you the pupils who made it to the Directors List and recipients of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 3, School Year 2021-2022. Directors List: BJ Angelo Bautista E. Cervantes, son of Chief Engineer Bobby J. Bautista and Dr. Maggie Joanne C. Bautista, an alumna of Ednas School San Carlos, Batch 1991. Directors List: highly proficient in English and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Gian Eldrick Bautista E. Benitez, son of Engineer Michael C. Bautista and Mrs. Janice Lynn B. Bautista. Directors List: Janelle Shan Campos E. Galsim, daughter of Engineer Jericho D. Campos and Dr. Sarah G. Campos. Directors List: recipient of Scholastic Highest Lexcel Growth Award, Isaiah Stephen Caleb Cubinar E. Arias, son of Miss Stephanie Rhea F. Arias. Directors List: highly proficient in Math and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Giro Storm de Guzman E. Gonzalez, son of Mr. Ron B. de Guzman and Mrs. Maris G. de Guzman. Directors List: highly proficient in English and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Erich Ian de Guzman E. Tikman, daughter of Mr. Conrado T. de Guzman Jr. and Mrs. Cherry Ann T. de Guzman, Directors List. Highly proficient in science. Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Grade 3 representative, The Arts Club. Audrey Queen Estabilio E. Valencia, daughter of Mr. Odilon M. Estabilio Jr. and Mrs. Flordelis V. Estabilio. Directors List. Recipient of Scholastic Highest Lexile Score Award. Highly proficient in English, Math, and Science. Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Sabia Lavarias E. Tolentino, daughter of Dr. Brent P. Lavarias and Mrs. Sweet Anlin T. Lavarias, an alumna of Ednas School Dagupan, batch 1990. Directors List. Highly proficient in English, Math, and Science. Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Daishon Gendrick Libaton E. Estabilio, son of Mr. Don Medrick C. Libaton and Mrs. Jennifer E. Libaton. Directors List. Recipient of Scholastic Star Reader Award. Highly proficient in English. Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Raishan Macaranas E. Buentipo, daughter of Dr. Eric Renzon E. Macaranas and Mrs. Zarita B. Macaranas. Directors List. Highly proficient in English and Math. Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Edmar Justin Olarte E. Quintans, son of Chief Engineer Edgar P. Olarte and Mrs. Marilis Q. Olarte. Directors List. Elnar Bensan Quiros E. Cayabyab, son of Mr. Elmo R. Quiros Jr. and Mrs. Min C. Quiros. Directors List. Highly proficient in science. Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Precious Micaela Samera E. Castro, daughter of Fire Senior Inspector Michael C. Samera and Mrs. Rowella C. Samera. Directors List. Risi Janelle Valdez E. de Guzman, daughter of Police Master Sergeant Rick B. Valdez and Mrs. Jovita D.G. Valdez. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the pupils who made it to the Directors List and recipients of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 3, School Year 2021-2022. Congratulations!
We have the honor to present to you the pupils who made it to the Directors List and recipients of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 4, School Year 2021-2022. Directors List. Ven Savannah Arcegui Paliso, daughter of Mr. Benvenido Q. Arce Jr. and Mrs. Emma Ruth Palisok Arce. Directors List. Highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Ayesha Isabel Balwa E. Tigman, daughter of Mr. Jelvin T. Balwa and Mrs. Manilin Tigman Balwa. Directors List. Osley Bianca Baisik E. Gamboa, daughter of Engineer Oswald de la Cruz Baisik and Mrs. Glycy Gamboa Baisik. Directors List. Chef Elijah Benito E. Manawat, son of Engineer Jeffrey B. Benito and Mrs. Ella Manawat Benito. Directors List: highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Grade 4 Representative, Alpaca Club, Arts Club, and Junior Central Board of Students. Zea Maria Angeli Biala P. Bascos, daughter of Mr. Romeo Angelo P. Biala and Mrs. Marisa Bascos Biala. Directors List: Vice Chairman, Sport Stamp Glee Club, Kenneth Joshua Cabuay E. Peñalba, son of Engineer Rojanes D. Cabuay and Mrs. Joan Peñalba Cabuay. Directors List: highly proficient in English and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Grade 4 Representative STEAM Club, Troy Ivan Cordero E. Benitez, son of architect Roy T. Cordero and Mrs. Jocelyn Benitez Cordero. Directors List: highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Secretary Beam Club, Kanaya Avi Febrio E. de Guzman, daughter of Mr. Christopher F. Febrio and Mrs. Vida Lu de Guzman Febrio. Directors List: Marshall Allen Galicia E. Cagiwa, daughter of the late Mr. Mark Allen M. Galicia, an alumnus of Ednas School San Carlos, Batch 2004, and Mrs. Rachel Ann Cagiwa Season, an alumna of Ednas School San Carlos, Batch 2004. Directors List: recipient of Scholastic Highest Lexel Growth Award, Vice Chairman, Core Guild Club, Secretary, Junior Central Board of Students, Vincis Fran Galvez E. de Guzman, daughter of the late Dr. Francis L. Galvez and Dr. Vicia de Guzman Galvez, an alumna of Edna School San Carlos, Batch 1996. Directors List: highly proficient in Math, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Vice Chairman, Film or Theater Club, Grade 4 Representative, Beam Club, Eunice Andrea Isabel May Garcia E. Umali, daughter of Dr. Mario Ferdinand S. T. Garcia and Mrs. Fredelyn Umali Garcia. Directors List: Aiden Jeline Malikdam E. Valdez, daughter of Engineer Audrey E. Malikdam and Mrs. Arsenia Valdez Malikdam. Directors List: Beatriz Mondares E. Sinen, daughter of Engineer Lodovico D. Mondares Jr. and Mrs. Glenda Sinen Mondares. Directors List: recipient of Scholastic Highest Lexel Score Award, highly proficient in English and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Secretary, Alpaca Club, Artemis Kate Olaño E. Aquino, daughter of Mr. Francis Arthur T. Aquino and Attorney Kathy Aquino Olaño, an alumna of Edna School San Carlos, Batch 1996. Directors List: highly proficient in Math and Science, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment, Neil Larry Palaganas E. Ferrer, son of Mr. Neil Eric M. Palaganas and Mrs. Josefina Ferrer Palaganas.
Directors List: Mel Ivan Palisok E. Gamboa, son of Engineer Melvar C. Palisok and Mrs. Julie Ann Gamboa Palisok. Directors List: Recipient of Scholastic Star Reader Award, Jewel Velasquez E. Soratos, daughter of Mr. J. Claudio C. Velasquez, an alumnus of Ednas School San Carlos, batch 1997, and Engineer Juvelin Soratos Velasquez. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the pupils who made it to the Directors List and recipients of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 4, School Year 2021-2022. Congratulations!
We have the honor to present to you the pupils who made it to the Directors List and recipient of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 5, School Year 2021-2022.
Directors List: Editorial and Opinion Writer, The Cocoon, the official publication of Ednas School San Carlos Grade School Department. Erica Joy Arce E. Labog, daughter of Mr. Bienvenido C. Arce and Mrs. Mary Joy Labog Arce. Directors List: Grade 5 Representative, The Film and Theater Club, Feature and Literary Writer, The Cocoon, the official publication of Ednas School San Carlos Grade School Department. Roel Chua E. Roque, son of architect Ronnie B. Chua and the late Mrs. Rachel Roque Chua. Directors List: Grade 5 Representative, The Arts Club, highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Zarina May Inigo E. Salazar, daughter of Mr. Aaron Rudolph Inego and Mrs. Marilo Salazar Inego. Directors List: Chairman, Sports, Stamp, and Glee Club, Sports Writer, The Cocoon, the official publication of Ednas School San Carlos Grade School Department. Vinci Frank Galvez E. de Guzman, son of the late Dr. Francis L. Galvez and Dr. Visha de Guzman Galvez, an alumna of Ednas School San Carlos, batch 1996. Directors List: Martin Stephen Ilumin E. Rovillos, son of Mr. Marty B. Ilumin and Mrs. Sheridan Rovillos Ilumin. Directors List: Grade 5 Representative, The Beam Club, Frank Theodore Neo E. Carpio, son of Engineer Franklin E. Neo and Mrs. Argentina Carpio Neo. Directors List: Recipient of Scholastic Highest Lexel Score Award, Vice Chairman, The Arts Club, Vice Chairman, the Junior Central Board of Students, Sports Writer, The Cocoon, the official publication of Ednas School San Carlos Grade School Department. Thea Alexia Peralta E. Fermin, daughter of Mr. Tizelito A. Peralta and Mrs. Marian Fermin Peralta. Directors List: Editorial and Opinion Writer, The Cocoon, the official publication of Ednas School San Carlos Grade School Department. Eldrin Eisen C. E. Gubatan, son of Mr. Erwin K. C. and Mrs. Elisa Gubatan C. Directors List. News Writer, The Cocoon, the official publication of Ednas School San Carlos Grade School Department. Highly proficient in English, Asian Psychological Services and Assessment. Lorraine Ayesha Chloe Tuazon E. Lim, daughter of Mr. Rafael Lord D.C. Tuazon and Mrs. Catherine Ann Lim Tuazon. Recipient of Scholastic Highest Lexal Growth Award, Quenz Elizabeth Ibasan E. Balbuena, daughter of Mr. Roberto T. Ibasan and the late Mrs. Esrulita Balbuena Ibasan. Recipient of Scholastic Star Reader Award, Grade 5 Representative, The STEAM Club, Jacqueline Munoz E. Gutilban, daughter of Mr. John M. Munoz and Mrs. Georgia Gutilban Munoz.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the pupils who made it to the director's list and recipient of the Scholastic Student Achievement Awards of Grade 5, School Year 2021-2022. Congratulations!
Ednas School Dagupan, San Carlos, and Alaminos reaffirm the commitment to deliver quality education to our children as we prepare for more improved and inspiring days ahead towards August, the beginning of the new school year. Enrollment is ongoing as we are offering two options for school year 2022-2023 enrollment, on campus and online. For school year 2022 and 2023, there will be no entrance examinations for new pupils and students. Inquiries regarding essential requirements for admissions can be addressed to Janet Sabado Soriano, Head of Admissions and Guidance at 075-522-2440 or 0917-478-6912. Regular enrollment begins on Monday, 6 June 2022 onwards. Classes in all levels will start on Monday, 15 August 2022. Parents' orientation and training will be on staggered schedules. For preschool, grades 1, 2, 3, and 4 parents, it will be on 10 August 2022. For grades 5, 6, 7, and 8 parents, it will be on 11 August 2022. For grades 9, 10, 11, and 12 parents, it will be on 12 August 2022. Considering the guidelines set by the government during this COVID pandemic, Ednas Group of Schools will adopt limited face-to-face classes with hybrid high-flex learning modality and to implement enhanced Ednas Rich and Grit program, remote Ednas education in a collaborative home. This remote program is powered by the force of grit, growth, resilience, innovation, and technology. School year 2022 and 2023 will be another challenging yet exciting year for all of us. We believe that the thoughtful expansion of the use of flexible learning modalities, traditionally and through technology, may lay the foundations for a brighter, more relevant, and robust Ednas school experience in the years ahead. If we all do our part, support each other, and collaborate, we can facilitate a continuous learning path for our most cherished children during the new normal.
The awardees would like to express the warmth of their love and heartfelt gratitude to their beloved alma mater with a special video of their recognition songs. The first song is the Ednas School Hymn, original music and lyrics by Patrick Joyce, and new arrangement by Paul Mendoza, which is interpreted by the grade 12 graduating class through a video presentation.
The second song is Brave, written by Sabra Bareilles, an American singer-songwriter, actress, author, and producer, and Jack Antonoff from the band Fun. This is the first single from Sarah Bareilles' fourth full-length album, which was recorded in Los Angeles and New York, and was released worldwide on April 23, 2013. The song is also recorded by the One Voice Children's Choir. The song talks about honor, integrity, and beauty in being able to be who you are as you speak your mind with humility, love, and respect. It encourages openness and the fostering of communication, which is the key when expressing oneself. It points out that we all have to put on our brave faces in life and acknowledge that it's tough. And at the end of the day, you will begin to believe in yourself more than you ever have before. Everyone is unique and has something to lend to others. Each one is significant and has a role to the family, community, and the country.
For our awardees, being true to yourself will be one of the bravest things that one can do. As the song goes, it does take bravery to let the words fall out. But when we do, only then we are truly free. Yes, words are powerful. Let us use them to build yourself and others up. And today, as they reap the fruits of their labor, they stand tall with humility and say, "We did it." Wholeheartedly, our awardees would also like to express their gratitude in these trying times to our Almighty Father, who is with them in everything that they do, and to the people around them who in one way or another guided, supported, inspired, and motivated them to be the best that they can be. Let us join our awardees who remain persistent during these challenging times with their recognition song, Brave, by the One Voice Children's Choir.
into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Lack of love.
Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle meet your skin.
Kept on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes the shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave.
Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy.
Falling for the fear and dumps and disappearing. Bow down to the mighty. Don't run, just stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me.
Parent, we are grateful and thankful to Ednas teaching force. Due to their dedication and effective method of online teaching, quality education is not hampered by pandemic in Ednas.
Our kids are truly resilient. It's in the way they cope up, like they learn how to do their PBL exam and practice their lines over Google Meet. And for that, we are truly grateful to Ednas.
Ednas School has not only taught them how to rise up and to remain standing, tough and be faithful with belief that everything will be okay in God's grace.
Perseverance is when you don't give up even if everyone else has given up on you. Resilience is when you refuse to quit and you keep trying until you figure out something that works. Let us be grateful for making it through these hard times.
Thank God, we successfully surpassed all the hurdles due to the solid pyramid of the teachers, students, and parents working hand in hand as always, even amidst the global pandemic, to ensure the holistic growth and development of our children.
The pandemic has challenged us to do things differently. We have tackled the challenges in an outstanding way. Everyone, thank you for your contribution and efforts. It's been extraordinary.
In certain world, surviving in this difficult time is not only a blessing, but a chance at life, a chance to improve ourselves, to do good, and be the best version of ourselves. Up, Ednas, rise up, Filipinas. God bless us all.
I am still uplifted and reassured by all the ways our Ednas community continuously work to keep everyone safe, calm, and prepared.
Please accept my warmest gratitude to the administration, staff, and teachers of Ednas School for a job well done. You have indeed shown and taught your learners what resiliency means in a very innovative way.
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Lack of love.
Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle meet your skin.
Kept on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes the shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave.
Ednasian's Manifesto. Life is one grand adventure. I do not belong to the legions of losers who struggle with their inferiorities and whose only choice is to survive. I am meant to be the master of the universe, the crown of creation.
I may emerge from my daily battles, wounded but not defeated. I believe in myself, I've got what it takes, I am a winner.
Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared
down by the enemy. Falling for the fear and dancing, disappearing. Bow down to the mighty. Don't run.
To all the pupils who worked hard to achieve academic excellence and whose character and behavior are worthy of emulation, our heartfelt congratulations. You have served as the standard of an ideal Ednasian. Keep moving forward and stay humble and obedient to your parents and to God Almighty. To our dear parents, thank you for your continuous support and love for Edna School. Rest assured that we are working hard to deliver excellent teaching and learning modalities to our children amidst these extraordinary times. We continue to support each other under this new normal, virtually and lovingly. From the Edna School family, please accept our heartfelt gratitude for the best gift you could ever have given to your children, a wonderful and excellent education.
Be safe and let us always be the living expression of God's love and kindness.